Good morning.
Hey, Dick. How's it going?
Very good, Remington.
Good to see you.
Come on in.
Here at your beautiful home in Geist, and how long have you been in Geist?
I've been a part of the Geist area since the early 70s, believe it or not, long before I even had my real estate license.
So in the article that we did for you in Indy Top Producer, you define success as accomplishing something that makes the world a better place. How do you do that?
Every day is a special gift. Trying each day to make one or more people's lives more special because you are there and a part of them.
So to the young entrepreneur, the new real estate agent, what kind of advice or what kind of challenges did you experience that you overcame and that you would kind of relate to the newer realtor?
First of all, they have to have a personality and one that can adapt to the various situations, and they've got to be themselves within that whole scenario.
Sure.
To give you an example of what I'm talking about, when I first got into the business, we simply had the multiple listing books that would come out, on a weekly basis, and that was it. I was being taught that what you had to do when somebody would call in, before you'd give them any information on the property they were calling about, you had to basically ask for their name, rank, and serial number. You had to get all their information, who they were, phone numbers, addresses, and all that before you could give them information. I thought, boy, that's just not me. But I tried it the first time I was on floor, and that lasted about 2 calls, and I said, whoa, that's it. I'm not doing it. So the next Saturday I had floor time. What I did, I put together a brochure of all the listings that our office had. And when people would call in, this matched my personality. Instead of asking them for everything, I'd give them the information they wanted. I'd get them to feel comfortable with me because I meant it. I wanted to make them feel comfortable. And then I would say, oh, by the way, I have this brochure. I'd be happy to mail you at no charge. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Almost 100% of the time, people would give me all the information
Right.
that I was being taught to ask for up front. They would voluntarily give it to me.
Sure.
And it was a much better environment.
So since then, what has been, what have you enjoyed most about the real estate process?
I very much enjoy working with people and seeing good things happen.
So Dick, I've heard a few stories, but tell us some of your favorite memories of some of the celebrities that you have done business with.
For one, I've really enjoyed working with Reggie Miller over the years. A few years ago, I showed him a $2.5 million home out here not too far from where we live on 6 acres of ground, and he absolutely fell in love with the property. He bought it, and unfortunately, a month and a day later, it burned down. But undeterred, like he was on the basketball court, he hired a very good builder and wound up building a bigger, better version of what he had before. And then I had the good fortune of helping him sell it just three or 4 years ago.
So he doesn't live in Indy anymore?
No, he said he wanted to have a small presence here in Indy because this will always be a home to him. But he does have a really nice home out in the Malibu area.
Now you told me when I got here that you used to play basketball back in the day. You told me some of the people you used to guard in high school. Did you ever play one-on-one against Reggie?
Oh my word, no. Not at all, not at all. Well, I mean, that guy under pressure. I saw a replay the other night of that fabulous game he had against the Knicks where he scored all those points right at the end.
Yep.
And let's just say Spike Lee wasn't very happy. That was great. Yeah, I mean Reggie was and is the ultimate competitor, and what a super guy.
And Reggie's not the only Pacer that you've actually helped a couple Pacers, right?
Yeah, just here in the last year and a half, we were on the listing side of a really nice home that Paul George bought out here on the water. And Paul, as many of you probably already know, he loves the water. He loves to fish. We've seen him fishing up here in our cove on the coldest of days up here, dressed to the hilt, to protect himself against the cold and catching fish. But we were on the listing side, but we got to spend a lot of time with Paul during that whole process, and what a super young man he is. And then also about that same time, a year and a half or so ago, we sold Louis Scola a very nice home, also not very far from here, and enjoyed that. And also earlier that year, a couple of years ago, we found a buyer for Austin Crozier's very nice home out here on the water. And then just recently, right around the end of the year, we got the opportunity to work with Scott Dixon and his wife, and what a fabulous couple they are, and help sell their home out here on Geist also.
That's great.
That's just a few of the people we've had the opportunity to work with here at Geist, and we've worked with some other celebrities in other parts of town.
So to break it down in short, I know there's a few things that's really important to you, and you say this all the time, but I'll go ahead and let you say it. What's the order?
All right. All right, it's real simple, and Tony Dungy says it all the time, but faith, family, and vocation, and if you can keep those priorities in the proper order, it's amazing how much real estate you can sell and feel good and energized doing it.
Dick, thank you so much for having me here.
Oh.
I can't imagine what the people of the Indy top producer community are just gonna love this interview and love learning about you and how you were able to become what you are today. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching Ramble with Remington. Don't forget to subscribe below so you can keep up with the latest and greatest from all the real estate professionals here in Indy.